Hello, Luke. Welcome to Köie Jutud podcast. Luke is a rope rigger from Prague who will be coming to teach in Estonia. I'm glad to have you in our podcast. So tell me about yourself. Who are you?
My name is Luke, and I'm a rigger. I also used to model for a little while, so I have these both experiences. And I've been tying like 5 or 6 years, or at least 6 years ago I started tying. And since then, it's been quite a journey through different styles and different approaches.
But you started out as a model. So how did it begin for you?
I started as a rigger, but really in the beginning, I also was interested in the other side of ropes because uh, I I did it for myself. Like I wanted to explore how does it feel from the other side, and I really wanted to know what I'm causing from the rigger's side to the model. So I wanted to explore.
For me, in the beginning, I didn't really much care about being in the ropes, but the more I have been tied, the more I've gotten more interest in it, and exactly the same reason as you mentioned that I want to feel what does it feel, how does it feel from the inside. Even today when I tied myself, I'm like, oh, there's like when there's more rope around my leg, it feels much better, and if I'm more constrained from here, it feels really good. It gives you like more imagination how it feels.
Yeah, I agree. And I also started to model for Joanne von Broek. She's a co-creator of the Subspace Studio where I'm coming from, and she's really into moving and Nicola Arnoa style. So that was really interesting for me because we did a lot of movement in ropes. So that was also part of my journey.
I think I've seen it, but I don't know it that well. Can you describe the movement?
Like you have movement in ropes like all the time, but when you combine it with a bit of dance or some contact improvisation, then for me it becomes another like discipline or another area that I can explore. I love to like combine different art forms with Shibari in general, so this was like one part of it.
What do you enjoy about it?
I was never like a dancer, and I always loved the movement, but I didn't have the courage to do so. But when I have rope in my hand, then it becomes easier. I don't know why. It's like an anchor for me. I love to explore what kind of movements there are, and the rope is a great tool. Sometimes it can be a bad tool, or like it can get in a way. But if you practice the skill enough, I think it becomes really enjoyable.
For me as well, like rope has become like a tool, but in some cases I don't even use the rope anymore. I just use like some other things to get the same sensation or similar. It's like it's or there's like many ways of using rope.
Yeah, I agree, and I really love I really have to say that tying is a skill like learning a new language. So if you are new to ropes or if you are more advanced, it doesn't matter. You are learning the skill how to communicate. So sometimes the rope, like as the language, if you don't know it well, you still can communicate with the partner. But there are some areas where you need better vocabulary or you need better pronunciation. So I really love this analogy with language because I see Shibari as a skill, as a craft, that I can use to communicate and to enjoy all of those nice emotions that we like to enjoy. Yeah.
It's definitely like a tool or a way to connect with the other person.
Yeah, I agree.
What is your style and what is your superpower?
uh, this is a hard question for me because in the beginning, I didn't have any particular style. Then I became interested in Nakaryu. Then it moved, or while I was doing the Nakaryu workshops, I also started to tie with Joan, as I said, more in the movement area. And then I think I stopped tying in the Nakaryu and like the suspensions for a while, and I focused more on tying on the ground and partial suspensions, and more into Yukimura Ryu. So all of this combined in one one bubble. So I don't know if I have like one word or like one stamp that I can put on my style. But I think what describes it is that I love to explore. I love to create new stuff and combine things that doesn't seem to get together very well. And I just love to give myself this space to explore and lab around stuff with ropes.
All right. What is your superpower?
Oh yeah, the superpower. I think it will be my curiosity. I think, or I feel like sometimes when I'm teaching a workshop, or at least once I prepared a workshop where it was called like exploring with ropes, but the name that I set it for myself was like stick your head out of your ass. And I think that will be my superpower. Like I like to go out of this I don't know, comfort zone. Maybe the exploring is my comfort zone, so that is the superpower. Yeah.
I think your workshop as well is it is very unusual. It's a very unusual theme. I've never seen any theme like that. It was very refreshing to see something imaginative or interesting.
Yeah, I think I see the little parts of what we are teaching in the workshop all over the place, but what I wanted to was to combine it in one experience, because I see the workshop as an experience that the participants can create for themselves. And what I really love to say in the beginning of the workshop, or in the workshops in general, is that people are responsible for their own experiences. It's not going to be like super like on a silver plate put for them, but it will be it will be experience, and they need to put some work in in the tying.
Definitely. Can you name some things that you love about Shibari or about bondage?
I usually ask people on my workshops this question, and then it's way harder to actually answer it. Yeah, because I don't like to speak from a perspective as a teacher, or saying it as a dogma, like Shibari is this and that, and put it in the boxes. As I was mentioning, Shibari as a language, you can use the language for a lot of stuff. What I'm really interested in is working with the body, the word communication comes up a lot, but then what it actually means. I think sometimes Shibari can skip a few things when you want to get to know the person. Like you can, and it can be also problematic, but you can get really fast close to the person and you can see a lot of stuff in ropes. And sometimes it's really hard to pretend in ropes. So then it becomes quite intimate. I see all of my tying as intimate, even when it's not sexual or erotic. It's still intimate because I'm like in the personal zone of the person. When you are hugging someone for 30 seconds, then it becomes awkward or intimate.
Yeah, as I understand, it's like for you, it's like mostly what you enjoy about it is like the communication or the connection between between the connection with other person.
And I also love the presence and the calmness that it can bring, because I usually have trouble focusing, and I really love to play with switching my focus to like uh, different themes or topics during the workshop, and that's why I think the storytelling is so important for me, because I'm focusing on I can focus on like a little story that is happening while we are tying, and it doesn't have to be about the tie in particular or about like I'm tying the futomomo. That's not really interesting for me that I'm tying the futomomo. I'm more interested in what that means and or what that could mean.
How has Shibari shaped you as a person?
Yeah, actually, I have a list. Let me find it. I have a list of things that Shibari gave me. I have a list of things that Shibari gave me, or how it improved my skills or my life. Um, and the first thing I have here is that I can untangle my headphones cable pretty easily. Maybe that's a lie. I'm definitely better at conscious touch and dealing with intimacy in general. That's a really interesting topic.
Yeah.
I'm also more confident talking in front of people, and that's thanks to the teaching, and that improved my life as well. I value trust more than I have ever had. I don't take it for the granted, and yeah, and I'm way better with assessing risks. That's also a big one because when I'm tying, I like to create like this little map of things or like crosswords where okay, from this point, if I want to go down, what can I do? Of if this happens, what can I do? And then I'm like working with the risk. Yeah, there are many things. I'm more aware of my limits, and I'm better at communicating them. And I know more about my body and about breathing and stuff like this. And I'm not like complete person. I'm not done. This is all of this is a work in progress, and sometimes it feels like I'm really skilled, and then the other day it's like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I need to work on it more.
That's a really good list. Like, for example, I still struggle with the headphones, untangling them, and definitely the conscious touch has. It is. There's so much. There's so big difference between like being in the moment and doing the touch, and then while just rubbing. It's like it's like two completely different experiences, and also like you said, like safety and negotiations. That has affected like all my parts of my life. Like even I work as a photographer. Even if I'm doing photography, even I have bring the even in that field, because and it's also into my personal life. Like and it is like very. It gives like also like new opportunities when there's this deeper the trust, the deeper the session can be. But what was the last thing that you learned?
Let me think about that.
Maybe I can begin. Like I think I experimented with drinking tea before my session. We had small tea drinking, and it was like interesting that it made it more slower. It was like gave like different vibe. But I was also like hoping that no that we don't want to pee during the session.
Yeah, it's a trade-off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I also love the rituals that you can bring in the session and how it can affect the start, but also like even during the session, there could be a lot of rituals, a small one, that makes the session deeper. But to answer your question, I think the last thing I've learned, or at least I've discovered that I should more focus on, was how to work with my own self-esteem and how to trust myself, because I can put a lot of pressure on myself to do the thing, to perform during the session. I want to have the session to go nicely and to enjoy the time. And recently, I'm more and more trying to focus my mind and calm my mind, especially before the sessions. So, like you said, if you put this ritual of drinking the tea, I really enjoy talking before the session and spending some time with the person, not just jumping right into the session like going to a gym. So that's a really big topic for me. Right?
I've a couple of times just jumped into the Shibari session, and always the experience was that we should have had a little talking before. Like what will be your next step? What is that you want to learn, or what is that where you want to get?
It's kind of connected to what I've just said, because I'm working on we call it mantra cards, or like bonding mantra. And it will be, sometimes we use it during the workshops, and that's where we fine tune it to get the best best possible result, or I don't know how to say. And it's basically cards for tops and bottoms, and there is a simple sentence that you can read it, and if you feel like it speaks to you, or at least it should sound like your inner voice, and when it works, you can usually feel it. It's not some magic. It's just hacking your mind this way, and yeah, that's something that I focus a lot line, and we have like different topics for the couples, or we use it as well, and it can be something really simple, something like I see you, or it can be thank you. You can go into the session with just some gratitude, or we have more topics like surrendering into like more DS kind of session, or suffering for people who like to play with more play with pain, and other topics. And I really love to write these ideas down, and then using it again, basically trying to use the sentence multiple times in different settings, and then try how it feels.
So, but will you pick like random card, or you will pick a specific card that you like?
You can pick just a random card, but it's advisable to use at least the same topic, so that one person is not doing something like thank you, and on the other side will be some objectification that could be fun, but also it can go different ways.
Can you? So, I'm really fascinated by your community in Prague. Can you tell me about your where you learn or teach about their Shibari community?
Yeah, I think in Czech Republic in general, the rope community is pretty big, especially for like smaller country, and I feel like we are really blessed, and I'm really thankful that Peter Sobkik started doing the workshops like, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago, maybe more. And he built with other people really strong community, and he started to inviting people from abroad, and this kind of this turned into something really. I think we have really strong, really big and strong community. And if you look at the workshops at Subspace Studio, there is event every evening. There are a series of workshops. The weekend workshops are the whole year. So it kind of speaks about like how how many people or how much people are interested. And there are also other studios in other cities and also in Prague. So the demand is quite big, and yeah, I found a lot of friends in the community. I started tying during COVID, or it was my beginning of the journey. So that was also a big part for me because everything was locked down. And I found a lot of great people, great friends within the community.
What are the secrets of building a good community, or what makes it so great, or what does he do so well that you all love it there?
I can't speak for him, but from my perspective, what I see is that you have pretty good structure for the beginners workshop or beginners workshops, so people can eventually get into more and more advanced stuff. And if you don't have this like kindergarten, then it's hard to get into more deeper topics, or it's harder to talk about the session and emotions if you don't know how to use the tool, how to use the rope. And it can be something simple, but you can see the big difference between tying the single column tie 1 minute and being stressed about it. Then you have no space for anything else. But if you learn how to do it and you can do it automatically, then you can move on and focus on other stuff than just the rope technique. And I think that that happened because a lot of the workshops in the community are, or more and more workshops are soft skills focused. There are also the technical ones, of course, but the more soft skills workshops I see, the more I feel like, okay, we are able to move on from just the technical rope technique part. And yeah, that's a big difference. And also more and more focus on the modeling side, because what I love to do during the workshops, most of the workshops I teach with my partner Kate, and yeah, she's just a tremendous help and a really big part of the workshops and also the tying. And that's only thanks to the community, because we see that people are talking about it and people care about also the other side of ropes.
So tell me about your upcoming course. What is it about, and why did you this? Yes, what's it about?
It's storytelling in ropes, so it's about storytelling. But what does it mean? Usually when I tie, I get these little stories in my head. It doesn't matter what I'm tying, but I enjoy more and more to bring these stories into the tying. So instead of the story coming to me, I'm trying to flip it and prepare a story or read a story before the tying, letting that affect my tying. I think the workshop could be also named as intention, intention with ropes, or intention in tying. And it will be about intention a lot, and I will repeat the word intention a lot, because it helps so much to get into the flow, or yeah, it's really hard to describe these soft skills themes, those topics, when it's not just we are going to tie this and this technical part. Yeah, so we've written a few stories that people will read before the session, and they will try to use it in their session. We will learn a few tools how to get more into the story, basically, because some people are some people struggle more with imagination. So we will also test, like, what kind of senses are you more receptive. So someone is more visual, someone can be more affected by music or a smell. So we will also focus on the senses. And then we will put everything together, and we prepared the few stories, as I mentioned, with different topics. So, for example, there will be animalistic tying, where there is a hunter and prey. Then we have story that's called 4D locks, and basically the tie is based on tying 4D knots on basically anything, and it's about locking the person in the tie and the feeling of getting deeper into the tie. Yeah, there are many more.
All right. Yeah, for me, I'm really excited about this workshop. Like you said, it's about intent. It like gives you opportunity to tell a story, or at least in your mind, in your own mind, and like you said, like who am I, like a policeman and the criminal, or am I a beast and the prey, and there's there, even if she doesn't know the story, it will still like give this fantastic taste of flavor to the to the to the session.
Yeah, I really like the word flavor. That's a really good explanation. Yeah.
I myself have started to explore with this storytelling. That's why I was also fascinated by it, because I have been exploring it with my own partner. For example, with the session that I was a priest and she was like a priestess, and when she came to my temple. She had a choice between she had different choices, and one of them was if she was going to be visited by 4 demons, and each demon is gonna do uh, give a different puzzle to overcome. So it was like, but it was like we did, I think, like 3 hours, and we just got like halfway through, and uh, we're gonna continue it one day, but it was like, but the story made it so long, like it was such a interesting thing that was happening between us, and also like preparing it, because I like got costumes, and I built the studio up for to look like temple, and but it was like almost like going into a theater, or like being on a stage and telling a story. So it was so mm, it's it is definitely like a really fascinating subject, which I would really like. I really can't wait for your take or your vision on it. Like you already said that you're gonna read the story first, so that's like really uh, um, already like interesting to see how that will unfold.
I'm also curious how it will work, because I really love to see people approaches to something that I have imagined or I have come up. So it works in a way for me, but it will work differently for you and for other people. Uh, and that's what I love about the workshops. I don't see myself mm, as a teacher that I know everything and I'm going to tell you what Shibari is, but there will be a lot of talking, a lot of sharing how it felt, so you can also get inspiration from the other participants, and a lot of times it's way more interesting or way more imaginative than I have come up with. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for a lot.
As I understand, in Prague, you already had this workshop, storytelling workshop. How did it go?
Yeah, it was really good. We had a really great group, and we actually spent the first half of the first day just sharing our stories and sharing our ways how we like to play with it, or at least our experiences, and that set the course for the rest of the workshop. Uh, and we also spent some time after the first day in the evening, and that's what's really important for me, the sense of community and sharing, because I can bring some ideas, but then the cooperation is what it makes a fun workshop in the end.
Are we gonna get upgraded version?
Oh yes, of course, because everybody hates me for this, especially my partner, Kate, because I usually change the exercises for the workshop like half an hour before, and then I continue changing it during the workshop, and
I think that's the best way, because I think you adapt to the people who are there, and you get like new ideas, or not. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Luke. So
thank you.
but can you tell me? one story.
I'm going to give you just a hint of one story, and it's called "Meeting of Two Strangers," and it's story about two people who are meeting for the first time. They set up a date, and they agreed on a nice restaurant. It's, you can imagine, like a autumn rainy evening, jazz music in the background. And yeah, if you have ever been to a first date, maybe you can recall how you felt, uh, how your body felt, what your thoughts were, all of these feelings that you can get back into, and you are going to take it with you for meeting the first stranger, or meeting the stranger for the first time. And what I really like about this story is that in the beginning you are usually, you want to present yourself, right? You want to dress nicely. So we are going to look in the mirror in the beginning. And after you come from the first date, you get back to the same mirror and you will look into your eyes, or you will watch yourself for a while, and you can observe if something changed, if you have the same expression on your face. Is it smiling, or are you tired, or are you happy? Yeah. So this, I love this story.
It's beautiful. It has this also this like excitement and adrenaline in it, like what's going to happen, and it like it's lot also has like this curiosity, like what both the other person.
Yeah, there is everything in that one.
I love it. So you will have your storytelling workshop in Tallinn, 22-23 of November.
Yeah, we are really looking forward to teach there.
Yes, so glad to have you. Thank you for coming to the workshop. Not workshop.
And that's the end of our workshop.
So thank you to coming to the podcast, Luke.
Yeah, thank you so much for the questions. I really loved how you asked about what I've learned from Shibari. It bring me back to my list, and now I'm going to think about it the whole day.
Yes, you're welcome. So I guess that's it, and see you in Tallinn.
Yeah.